Relationships. Relationships, and this is a part 3. If anybody watched the part 2, we had to cut things a little short. Our last guest, Tiara,
couldn't shut up.
I was gonna say got a little heated, but if anybody saw it, they know what happened. He's got a little loud. So now we're just gonna finish things up. You know, still talking about relationship stuff, and now we're gonna be talking about double standards in relationships.
And any questions that actually have about relationships.
And another thing we could start off with, Tiffany and I, we're in our 20s, you know, kind of mid-20s. Ashley here is a teenager on the cusp of being 20, and, you know, people our age always tell younger people that they don't understand, they don't know what love is or anything like that.
It's just puppy love.
Yeah.
They haven't been through yet.
But Ashley, what do you feel about that? How do you feel?
You know, everyone has their own life, and you know they go through their own experiences in different places. And you never know what the person's gone through in their lives.
Very true. And sometimes you can't just say one person's situation is more important or was worse just because they're 5 years older than somebody else that it happened to.
Yeah, because some adults haven't even been through what someone 15, 16 has gone through.
Very true.
And it couldn't just be relationships. It could be like relationships with family members or rape, anything that could have happened to someone. So that's why some teenagers act more mature for that age because of the things that they've been through.
Very true.
You know, and there are some that don't act as mature for what they've gone through.
Yeah, well, it's two ways. Yes, you either go buck wild and be rebellious, or you take in what you're hurt and learn from it.
I think that's just the best thing, though, because we didn't get to really talk about that at the end of the last video. But it's, you know, after you've been done wrong in a certain situation or something like that, I think it's really good for people to find closure and, you know, be able to really forgive. You'll never forget, but at least forgive. And, you know, be able to move on. Honestly, move on, because we didn't say that in the last video, because things went from 0 to 10 in 2 seconds. But, you know, we were also talking about double standards and how there's a double standards between men and women.
Yes. There are parents out there who will let their kids, just because they're gender, because they're a boy, do whatever they want. And, or get away with things, or get to stay out later or longer, or just go around and do stuff to any girl they want. But if it's a girl doing that, then they just type on them, like.
Absolutely. I feel that way, even though it may seem wrong. I have a younger cousin, you know, she's a girl, and I wasn't there when she went to prom, but I wanted to know full details about the guy who took her to prom.
But if it was a boy, they would be like, I don't care, come back whenever you want, take my car, here's money for the hotel.
It's different. She's a girl. I can't even explain it, but that's even like the difference between a man being called a hoe and a woman being called a hoe. If a woman that does something or sleeps with one person, boom, she's a hoe. If a man does it, he's a man. That's called being a bachelor. So
it's not called being a bachelor. Well, a woman could be a bachelor too.
She a bachelor hoe.
No,
that's what she is.
That's what she's a bachelor.
That's what it'll come out as. It's just,
anything that a guy can do, girl can do better. So
very true.
So if he hoes, she's a better hoe. You think he's the best, so I'm about to top him. He got half the girls in the city. I would get the state. So I don't. Ashley, what do you think about that? Do you think there's a double standard when it comes to men and women?
Well, like, you know, I don't think it's right for a man to go do whatever what he wants. Like, if a man goes out and has sex with all these other women, doesn't that make him a bachelor?
I don't know, Tiffany, does it? I say that's him being a bachelor. Is
you can't do that because that's double standard right there. Like, if a girl wants to go out and have sex with people, why are we called a hoe? And if a man wants to go out and have sex with women, why aren't they called a hoe?
There's a double standard. I honestly
when
just
a man do it, they call it a pimp or get
he's
credit or his notches. But when a woman does it,
she's Lisa Ray or Royce or Evelyn from Basketball Wives.
Evelyn is loose. according to Akita. What's her name? What's her name?
Kenya. You call her Akita.
Kenya.
I don't know. That's just, it's just
in reference to Kenya.
In reference, yes. And mind you, no one here called Evelyn. No. I'm just saying, because I like her.
I like Evelyn too.
She's a pit bull.
Yeah, she's making those faces and stuff. But we're not talking about basketball.
But we're still talking about relationship stuff. And I just think, with double standards or anything like that, it sucks. It's not horrible, but it's just, it makes things very difficult. And it's hard to explain, too. It's hard to, get to the bottom of things like that. If a man is a hoe, or if a woman is a hoe, or why, if men get hurt, it's that one girl who hurt them, and then it's like, after that, everybody else got to pay for it. So, I don't know. Anything else, Tiffany?
I just think that people should stop being double standards, and if you're going to have rules against your daughters or a girl, you should have the same rules for your son.
I think
they should be equal. They should not be individual. I mean, they're individuals, but they should be treated equally.
I just think it's different for if a man has a son and has a daughter. A man knows the thoughts that he had about his daughter's mother, so you don't want another boy having them thoughts about your daughter.
I agree with that, but okay,
that
a boy,
you
know how a boy act. You gotta lock up a boy too.
No! Yeah. Let him be free! Right now. Today. Let him go.
Oh, no.
I don't know. They wrote it that way in the Constitution. I don't know. That's how it happened. Everybody, George Washington said it was okay, and that's what I agree with. I don't know. No. It's just, I don't know. It's almost like one of those things, it is what it is. You can't even really explain it because it's not really even going to change. Everybody's going to have a double standard about any and everything, especially when it comes to relationships. Is it okay to be in an open relationship? The long distance relationships work. Do you go back to somebody after they cheated on you? Stuff like that. It's just always tit for tat. And you're always going to get a whole bunch of different answers without there ever being.
As a teenager, what do you feel about love and relationships, Ashley?
It's, for me, it's trying to find somebody that's not going to do you wrong, but, that's going to come, someone's always going to do you wrong. Someone may not, but there's someone's going to hurt you out there, and you're going to get hurt.
Do you feel that there's
So you feel like you can't trust anyone?
I mean, there was a point in time where I couldn't trust anybody for the longest time.
So do you feel like that there is a quote-unquote the one for everybody? How some people believe that there's one out there for
I believe that there's one. I mean, I totally believe that God has somebody out there for everyone.
That's true. You just got to get through all the bad eggs. And I agree with that. I do. And I just think that, for, teenagers and stuff like that, I think some teenagers think that, I'll find love at a different time or anything like that. But there are a lot of teenagers who are your age who want that love and to be in a relationship as soon as possible.
I mean, yeah, I would love to have like a boyfriend, but right now, I mean, this year I'm just gonna focus on me because I've always had a boyfriend in the past. I mean, granted, there's that guy that I like, and I want to be with him, but at the same time, I just want to do it.
Yeah, and I think that's the best. I think that's the best thing for everybody. A lot of people
at a point in your life, until you go and find the one. But first, focus on you and get you situated.
Even when you do find the one or anything like that, as far as dating is concerned, because I don't know if we talked about that in the other video, the first one, the one we did with Shannon, about people taking time to get to know somebody before you really call them your boyfriend and girlfriend. There's nothing wrong.
Yeah, Mary. These past couple of years, I've been going through some changes, good and bad. But you know what? At the end of it, it's still all love, girl. Yeah.